Just feel like that old Bravo. Yeah.
But I feel like a new me. Yeah. Give y'all a little preview, you understand what I'm saying? Sean V.O.
I just get better with time. It's like they forgot my highlights, so let me rewind. Let me remind you of this era of mine. Coming out my city, not a youngin' that's better with rhymes. And I say that confidently. I remember when it wasn't cool to rap and go rain predominantly. I was working on my artistry. Apart from me, I didn't know too many niggas putting bars to beats. They was beating their feet. I was up pushing my pen. Now everybody a rapper. Where was these niggas at then? All I'm saying is this shit here come with years of practice.
That's why I hear they raps and all I hear is what they lacking.
Originality, delivery, no breath control. You can feed that to the average Joe, but a head chef he
knows.
See, I'm a vet, it shows. Plus I wear better clothes. I might upset the trolls. Don't mean to step on toes. I'm a true Washingtonian. I'm from the city, really. Some of these niggas iffy. Say he the go, but is he? I rap circles around these niggas.
Yo.
Get off my line, it's busy. No use in trying to diss me. I'm like a...
So let's pause that. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. So, have you ever wondered what it takes to be a better rapper in today's music space and today's musical world? Well, I go by the name of Bravo, the one and only Bravo, if you haven't noticed that by now. And I would say that I got some pretty good credentials as far as when it comes to rapping, like, as you just heard, you feel what I'm saying, man? Not to toot my own horn, but you know what I mean? I am in my car, so we might as well toot it. Give it one little beat. But anyway, there are 4 ways to become a better rapper. And I'm gonna teach you guys 4 ways to becoming a better rapper. There's 4 ways, and there's 4 things, there's 4 aspects of rapping and doing this thing that we love, this art that we love, that you need to have down packed. You need to have these 4 things down packed before you can call yourself a developed artist or a developed rapper. See, I've been rapping for a long time. I've been rapping for over 20 years now. I mean, yeah, I've been rapping for just about, like, I would give it about 21 years now. And yeah, you might be saying, oh, you just an old head and your rap career is over now. Right? I think that when it comes to rap, we like to age it and we like to limit ourselves when it comes to rap, but I still think that rap has a space for the older crowd. I mean, I'm not that old. Y'all got me sitting here talking like I'm real old. I'm really not that old, but in rap years, I'm old. See, a lot of these rappers are coming out and they ain't got no experience, no history of rap. They just jump in there. They see everybody else doing it. It looks easy. It is easy, and they jump in there and they rap, and that's why you really don't hear no skill. You hear a lack of skill, a lack of talent in the rap. So today I'm gonna teach you 4 ways to make sure that if you're really taking this thing serious, if you're a real artist, a real rapper, like, and you like quality music, you like quality stuff, then you should be taking your craft serious. And I'm gonna teach you 4 ways to go ahead and do that. So let me look at my notes. So the first way we're gonna say is the first thing you must do is have confidence, right? That's the biggest thing. When I first started rapping and I first got into the studio, I didn't have that confidence like I do now. There was a lack of confidence. So when you get in that studio, you can hear it. You know what I'm saying? If you have a lack of confidence, you can hear that. People can catch on to that because you got a little timid. You're a little timid with your voice. Your voice is shaky. So when you're in the studio and recording, I remember when I was first recording my first couple songs, my lack of confidence and my nervousness, man, you could hear it bleed through the tracks all day. Even though the bars was fire, and people was like, "Hey, bro, you killed that joint, bro. You killed it." It was still like, yo, I can hear it like, nah, it's really trash because it ain't got no confidence in it. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're spitting, no matter your level of skill when it comes to this rapping, that you have confidence behind it. Because, you know, little do you know, confidence will carry you a long way. It's a lot of people that don't have skill per se, but they have the confidence, and the confidence is what got them where they at. You understand? If they're successful. So, before your flow, before your rhyme schemes and your punchlines, you gotta understand, like, we gotta believe you. The listener has to believe you, and that's where your confidence comes in, because you're able to sell what you're trying to sell, and it's believable. People like, okay, he's rapping like he means it, like it really applies to him. All right. So the way you train that confidence, and bringing that full confident level of, um, rap out. What I'm saying, some things I would say is like, rap standing up, don't rap sitting down. Sometimes there are songs that I've done where I rap sitting down because it was just the um convenience of it at the time, and the situation, but I prefer to rap standing up. That way you can project your voice and your lyrics at um a tone and a level understandable. Like, we don't promote no mumble rapping over here. I mean, and don't get me wrong, shout out to all the mumble rappers. Y'all do what y'all do, but this is for those who want to articulate what they're saying and have people understand the lyrics that's coming across the track. So you want to stand up when you're rapping. You know, Rarely sit down unless that's just the type of mood and the type of track that it is. Um, this is a big one. This is a real big one. Record from your mind and not like your phone or your notepad. Do not record reading your lyrics. That's one of the biggest ones. See, you can't gain full confidence. You can't gain 100%, 110% level confidence if you're reading the lyrics off of the notepad while you're trying to record. So I've always liked to memorize my raps so that when I get in the booth, I'm 100% confident. Like, I have them stored in my mind. I don't have to read anything. I can recall my raps just like that. And this is why people like, when we talk about rappers like Lil Wayne and Jay-Z, who say they don't write their rhymes, this is why their rhymes come off so authentic, right? Or I would just say so confident, because they don't have to read anything. They're not reading it. It's coming straight from within. And when I progressed to that level in my rap stage career, because I used to be the rapper that always reading off the paper. Once I got it into me to remember my rhymes and sometimes write raps without writing raps, just writing raps in my head and recording them in the studio, that's when the confidence level grew, because now I can put all my full effort, my whole full body control into my rap, everything full focus. Sometimes you might want to close your eyes while you're rapping to make you a little bit more comfortable. You might want to close your eyes. You see what I'm saying? So reading your lyrics prevents that. You don't want to have to read your lyrics off of a paper. So my rappers out there, my young rappers out there, get the paper out the way. This don't mean just freestyle some bull crap because you don't want to have to read nothing. Like, we need to get back to writing raps. Everybody is not a freestyler. Everybody can't just write a rap off the top of their head. You know what I'm saying? That's something you develop. That's something you get with practice. Like, people who do that didn't just start rapping yesterday. When we talk about Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, all, they've been rapping since they were, for years, right? They're veterans, and it took them a little, a time of um, maturity to be able to do that. So if you're not on that level yet, don't try that, because it's gonna prevent you from creating the best lyricism you create. All right, so we're still in the category. Remember, this is 4 ways. I'm teaching y'all 4 categories on how to become a better rapper. Y'all really should be paying me for this game. I'm gonna drop this game. I'm probably gonna put together a little course. I'm gonna get more in detail. See, this is just a short overview. I'm gonna get more into detail for the rappers who want to really take their talent to the next level. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all really should be paying me for this game. Um, so remember, confidence. believing, believing the bars, believing the rhymes. All right. Another way to do this, right? Um, don't be afraid to re-record your takes. Okay. Building confidence in what you're hearing back. Okay. Because you may have that first take and you put that down and you really not really, it's not the best take, but you're settling with it because you want to just move on with the song. Never do that. Never settle with that first take unless it's just a perfect first take. But don't settle with that first take because usually it's not your best take. Your first take is usually your warm up, getting warmed up take. Remember, we talking about how to be a better rapper, like how to make your music sound better. Because I'm tired of like hearing rappers come to me and be like, "Yo, check my new song out, or check this out, check my music out. What you think?" And then I'm listening to it, and everything that I'm about to tell y'all, this is the reason why I have to make this video because I want to tell them right there, like, "Yo, this is trash. You need to give up." Not you need to give up. I'm sorry because that's harsh. But you need to go back in the lab and you need to really, or you need to consider doing something else because a lot of people don't have the gift or the talent to be a rapper. And so remember, never go with that first take. This is one way to just ruin your confidence even more because if you go with that first take, when you leave the studio, knowing that that take wasn't your 100% best as you listen to that back, only thing that's going to be on your mind is, man, I could have did it better because you're going to be rapping it in your head and you'll be like, man, why I say it like that? Or I should have said this part like that, that part like that. So never be afraid to re-record your takes, right? Like it's a lot of times in my rap career where I do a first take and I roll with it because I'm just to that level of comfortability. Like I'm really him on the track. So like sometimes I get in the booth and hold up, play that. I need that first take. But a lot of the times I might run a perfect first take, listen to it, and then say, I want to tweak that word right there. That line right there, and then come off. My breath control wasn't right there. So let's go ahead and fix that. So critique your own verses. Never settle. All right. That's it. So that's for confidence, right? So that's the first. So that's and remember, this is just the brief overview. If you want to get more in depth, I told you y'all gonna have to pay me for this. All right, so now moving on. Number two of the four ways to improve as a rapper. This is number two of the four ways. And this is having energy or some would say charisma. This is what I call energy and charisma. You want to have energy and charisma so you can make people want to listen to you. Like, don't nobody want to listen to a rapper that's just like, yo, yeah, I rap like because I did a bit and I did a bit of the like have some energy, you know what I'm saying? Have some authentic energy about yourself, some charisma, something that says you need to listen to me because I'm like that. I'm him or I'm her. Like have something that makes people want to listen. Come with that energy. You understand? Um, this is the biggest, I ain't gonna say this is the biggest part, but this is why it's number two on the list. All right, so you want to combine your enthusiasm, your personality, your emotion, your presence, overall character. This is the step where you combine those things and you become a person, you become a likable character. People want to listen to you for a reason, right? Um, all right, so that's what I mean by energy and charisma. You come on a song, think of, let's go back to Lil Wayne. Energy and charisma, how Lil Wayne come on the track. A lot of energy, a lot of charisma. Uh, Drake, energy, charisma. Think these rappers, the most notable rappers and successful rappers come with energy and charisma. Okay, so you don't just rap the lyrics, but you perform the emotion behind the lyrics. This is what I'm talking about. Like when you rapping, you want people to believe it and you want to perform the emotion behind the lyrics. If you got an angry verse, if you rapping about something angry where you're supposed to be angry, you need to perform the anger behind that lyric. Eminem, think Eminem. He's the master of it. He's the master. Eminem is a GOAT rapper. Let's just put it like that. Let's just leave it right there for a second. Eminem is a GOAT rapper. We can look at Eminem and we can take a lot of points from his craft and build a whole manual on how to become a better rapper, because he has enthusiasm and charisma. He has energy. He has what was the first one? He has confidence. So that's where we at. We're at number two with we're at, yeah, number two, energy and charisma. All right. So let's go to number three. Number three, to becoming a better rapper, skill. Master your craft. Simple as that. Skill, mastering your craft. That's number three on the list. Because now we get technical. A complete rapper. If you want to be a complete rapper should develop all these things. They should develop a flow, which is how you ride the beat. Pause. They should develop a cadence. And this is a rhythmic pattern of your delivery. Yeah, that's your cadence. Every rapper should have a certain pocket that they rap in. You know what I'm saying? This is where your words sit in the groove of the beats. Every rapper should have a rhyme schemes, wordplay. We know what wordplay is. Punchlines, metaphors, double entendre. You know what I'm saying? Imagery, double entendres, triple entendres. You know what I'm saying? Every rapper should develop in songwriting. So you need to learn how to write verses, hooks. You need to know how to structure your songs, come up with concepts for songs, concept driven music. Timing is another one, knowing when to rap and how to leave space in your raps, how to manipulate your cadence and your flow on a beat, right? Timing, how to do all these things. And last but not least, versatility. A rapper has to be versatile. You got to be able to attack different uh BPMs, different types of beats, different production styles, fast pace beats, slow beats, club beats, sad beats, right? You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to do all that. You got to be versatile. So this is where the skill is developed. This is where you start mastering your craft when you're talking about all of these different categories right here. And I would suggest like you just do a rap workout. You know what I mean? Like the way to develop your skill with this is just do a rap workout. A 5 minute freestyle workout. Like if you a rapper and you ain't had them times where if you call yourself a rapper and you never had them times where you've been in ciphers, like if you never been in ciphers, you not a rapper. If you never participated in ciphers, like multiple different ciphers where you just spitting, freestyling, how can you call yourself a rapper? So this is the workout that I suggest for you if you think that you want to be a rapper. Give you 5 minute freestyle session. You could do that just by yourself in a room. 10 minute freestyle, then go to 20. You know what I'm saying? See what you could do. But you gotta master your craft. You gotta master your skill. Bring the pen out. Stop the come saying whatever just come to your head in the moment. Like let's make some thoughtful decisions when it comes to writing raps, because this is why rap is just falling off because of the foolishness. All right, now last but not least, number four on how to become a better rapper. Number four, this is control. You know, we're gonna call it control. I like to call it breath control, right? Like I said, um I forgot what I said, but see, don't get me trying to remember a lyric. Remembering lyrics is hard for me. I got so many, right? But I said something about breath control in my rhymes. But breath control and control of your instrument, which is your voice, as a rapper, that's imperative. All of the great rappers, all of the great artists and musicians, they knew how to control their instrument, right? And when we talk about rappers or singers or whatever, it's their voice. Your voice is your instrument. So mastering the control of your instrument is essential to becoming a great rapper. All right, we done already went through skill, charisma, energy. You can have all of those things, right? You can have skill. You can be the best lyrical. You could be the lyrically best rapper in your city. Like you flowing triple entendres. You killing rappers, right? You can have the most energy and enthusiasm. You hype and all that, right? You hype. Blah, 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 blah. But if you don't have control over your instrument, you cut yourself short. It's a lot of rappers like that who don't have control over their voice, who don't use the instrument in a way that people want to listen to it. You see what I'm saying? Like I know a lot of good rappers, but I don't want to listen to them because I don't like their voice. I don't like the way they use their voice. So using your voice, having control over your voice, even breath control, right? All of these things are necessary. Like you want to control because you'll ruin the flow if you're trying to run if you're running out of air. So if you write lyrics fast, if you write fast lyrics to be rap fast, then you need to be doing techniques to control your breath. Because for real, me, I can't when I start rapping too fast, I know I'm gonna lose my breath. I'm naturally just, a fat boy sometimes. Like so controlling your instrument, knowing how to use that. Pronunciation. Oh, it's one of the biggest things, man. Like pronouncing your words as a rapper is how many times y'all done said to yourself, like, I don't know what this dude talking about. It sound cool, it sound fire. But I don't know what he's saying because he's not pronouncing his words. So I like pronunciation. I think that's a great um thing to have. Projecting your voice, right? All of that. So these are the 4 keys to becoming a better rapper. I just dropped some gems on y'all. Remember, let's run back over. 1 is confidence. 2, energy and charisma. 3, skill, master your craft. And 4, control, master your instrument. If you found this helpful, then subscribe. I'm doing this video live because I'm bored. Maybe I should have sat down and recorded this because I don't have nobody watching this. But I'm gonna play another record for y'all before we get out of here. Well, let's just continue this one.
Modern rap hoes are the true visionary, legendary Da Vinci to my contemporaries. Yeah, let the spirit flow when I spit it scary. We ain't in the same category, so don't compare me. This a different dimension. I'm a lyrical giant, stepping on these little midgets. My God-given assignment. I was raised in a district where they thrive over violence. Northeast to be specific, you hear shootings and sirens. Youngest clothes was still wrinkled, but went to school with them irons. We was truly defiant, just some youth with no guidance. In the summer they wildin', it get ruthless and malice. Babies caught in the crossfires, no rules when they slide. And that's why Andre revolutionizing. I seen it all, heard it all, there's nothing too surprising. Yeah, just keep these rappers out the booth from lying. Give them a new perspective, cause they too cool with dying.
From concrete dreams and gospel songs we rise, with heaven's fire reflected in our eyes. We teach the youth that life is worth the fight, that you can learn even in the darkest night. No chains can hold a spirit, God's